Hi guys, my name is Melissa. Today we will be doing active flexibility stretching class that you can easily do it at home. Today's class will be a beginner's class. You will need a band. You can use any band. I have the stretching bands, but it doesn't have to be a stretching band. You can use any resistant bands. And I've got these resistant bands that I will be using today. And I will be using one of these blocks. You will need one or two. Okay, let's go.
And we're going to go one side to side. We're just going to warm up nice and slow. Really circle your arms. We're going to start arms on the side. Really nice and big circles. On to the side. We're going to come to the center. We're going to open the chest, up and back, keeping a nice neutral spine. We're going to place the hand on our tummy. We're going to rotate the arm nice and gentle. When you rotate this arm, it's going to come up and you're going to circle it around. When you circle it around above your head, you're going to turn it over, and then your shoulder is going to slightly rotate up and back, up and back, up and back. Make sure you have a nice neutral spine. You're not leaning forward, you're not arching. Nice and straight. Nice and slow. Keep taking nice and deep breaths. We're going to roll our neck. Nice and slow. And you're going to do the other way. And I'm going to hold it this side for 10 seconds. The other arm. Make sure your shoulders are not leaning into the side. Nice and straight body. You're just going to hold your neck nice and gentle. Feel a nice stretch right on the side. I'm going to put my thumb on my chin. Hold your hands in that position. We're going to pull head. In that position, I'm going to put my hands on my hips on the side, and I'm going to open the leg for 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to feel a nice stretch on your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to hold my body nice and straight. I'm going to roll my shoulders back for 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I'm going to roll my shoulders forward now, nice and slow. 1, really feel that contraction. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to hold my hand under my elbow. I'm going to make sure it's nice and stable. And I'm going to roll my wrist nice and gentle. You're going to feel a lot of tension releasing from your wrist that way. You're stabilizing by holding it on your elbow. You're stabilizing the arm. So your arm actually doesn't move, but your hands and your wrist. And then you feel that sensation of the stretch. We're going to do the same thing on the other arm. Rotate a few times. Nice and locked. And I'm going to release that tension in here. Okay. Now we're going to have the block. You don't have to use it if you don't need to. What I'm going to do, I'm going to slightly turn my knees out. My feet are going to face out. I'm going to put my hands on the block. I'm going to come down into a squat and up. Come down into a squat and up. We're going to do this 15 times to warm up our joints. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see on the side. Same position. That way, if you don't have enough flexibility to go all the way down, you will be able to have a little support from there. So I'm going to really open up my hips. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Now I'm going to have my block again. If I go onto the side, you can see my nice and pike position. Here, I'm going to be in a nice straight pike. I'm going to have a nice straight body. My knees are going to be locked. And I'm going to have the block. And I'm going to hold it here. And I'm going to just come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to hold the block again, and I'm going to come on my knees this time. So I'm going to make sure I'm not rounding my back that way, or I'm not hunching. So I have to make sure I have a nice and neutral spine. So I'm going to come into that position. I'm going to hold my arm, and I'm going to open. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to have a nice round back because I'm going to do cat and cow. I'm going to really round the back and tuck my head in. And I'm going to really arch on top and look up. We're going to do this 10 times. Take nice and deep breaths. Okay. Now I'm going to sit on the floor in that position. I'm going to place my elbows onto the floor. So I'm going to really lock myself out onto the floor. I'm going to bring my foot on the floor, nice and straight. So I'm going to lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Now we band to have a little support. I'm going to use my band here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lock it out on my foot. I'm just going to pull it up. You can use the resistant bands in the same way. So I'm going to band this knee onto the floor. I'm going to make sure I'm nice and back on the flat. I'm going to use the band, nice and gentle. So I'm going to just use it here. Just hold that. Feel that nice stretch in your hamstrings. We're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. This is going to depend on your flexibility. So you could be here, you could be there. It doesn't matter as long as you have that nice feeling, nice sensation of the stretching. You don't want to go too far with this. Here, you pull the pocket out, and then I'm just going to hold it again, nice and gentle. So I'm just going to feel a nice stretch here. I'm going to bring that again. And release. Now we're going to open up the hips. So before we stretch the hips, we're going to do active mobility. So we're going to lie down, put our hands in the nice position. We're going to lift that foot up. You're going to rotate and back. So in and out. 1, 2. You turn the leg out this way. 3, 4, and 5. Going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to put your hands here. You're going to lift the leg up and turn out. So 1, up, turn out. 3, up and turn out. 4, up and turn out. 5, up and turn out. Good job. Now we're going to grab our block. We're going to sit on the block. Going to be sitting on the block. We're going to come into this position called butterfly. And I'm going to block my hands here. And I'm going to hold that stretch while pressing my knees out. So you're going to feel, you're going to use your abductor muscles, which are the muscles right here. And you gently press your knees out. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Nice and relaxed. Okay. Now we're going to have the block again. I'm going to place the block right there. And I'm going to come down with the block here in this position. I'm going to place my hands on the block. And I'm going to hold this position. 30 seconds. You can modify the block if you're flexible. And if you don't need a block, you can place your hands on the floor. If you need a block, you're going to place your hands on the block. Come up, nice and round the back and really nice and slow. We're going to place our knees on the floor. I'm going to really open and rotate my leg. So I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to do the same thing on my other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring it down. Now I'm going to have my arms. I'm going to place the blocks here. Ideally, I'm going to use 2 blocks. You can also use 1 block. I'm going to put my hands there. I'm going to push my bum really back. I don't want to press my chest down. I'm going to keep my chest nice and in. I'm going to drop my head down. And you're going to feel a stretch in your armpits. So I'm going to hold this for 30 seconds. And relax. Now I'm going to come into a sitting position. I'm going to bring my arms, stretch my wrists. So I'm going to hold that hand here, and I'm going to have that nice stretch. So I'm going to pull my hand towards me. And relax. I'm going to come on my knees now. I am going to do Spinal Waves. So I'm going to come on nice and straight. I'm going to place my hands forward. I'm going to push my chest out and really round my back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for more videos, and take care and stay safe and stay home.
Bye.